Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. Today, I'm going to do a tag video on my channel, and I haven't done a tag video in quite some time, so I thought it was about time to do another tag. And I saw an interesting tag going around lately. This is called Original versus the Flanker. I believe it was created by Ceylon Cleo. I will definitely link her channel in the description. Please make sure to go and check out her channel and this video. Now, this is a tag where she compared Original versus the Flanker and chose which one was her favorite. I really liked the tag from the beginning. I thought it was different. It was interesting. But my original thought was, I don't think I can do this because I don't really have any flankers. I'm not very much into flankers. I typically get, one off, and whether it's the original or one of the flankers, and that's it. And then I gave it a little bit more thought, and I realized, no, I do have a few flankers. And so I decided I'm going to do this video with just a little twist for some of my choices. Now, let's start with two fragrances where I actually do have an original and the flanker, and this is the beautiful Labelle. We have the original and Labelle Le Parfum Intense, which is the flanker. Both gorgeous, gorgeous bottles and equally gorgeous fragrances. Now, the original is about pear, vanilla, and vetiver. I mean, we've all talked about it so much. It's just a very, very juicy pear, like you're biting into an extremely ripe pear. It is gorgeous, delicious, addictive, just a beautiful, beautiful scent. Now, the flanker, Labelle Le Parfum Intense, I think I got the name correctly, has pear, tonka, and vanilla. And in the opening, this one is quite similar to the original, but that only lasts for me for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so. When it starts drying down, it really changes. This one becomes deeper, thicker. Tonka comes out very strongly. It almost, to me, has a slight chocolate vibe. And even though there is pear here, I don't get pear so much. I get more some kind of a mix of red berries. Now, they definitely share a similar DNA, but for me, they were different enough to justify having both. So the big question is, which one is better? And if I had to choose, which one would I choose? Well, I'm going to take the easy way out on this one. There is absolutely no way that I can choose one of these. I love these two equally. One of my top fragrances, love both, cannot choose one. To me, they're absolutely equal and equally as great. So in this one, I'm choosing both. Next, let's talk about Delina. So we have the original Delina. I have the full bottle of that. There's also Delina Exclusive. I do have a sample. And now we also have Delina La Rosée, and I also have a sample of that one. So let's compare the three. So the main notes in the original Delina are lychee, rhubarb, rose, musk, vanilla, and we all know it's this tart, slightly sour rhubarb with the sweetness and creaminess of lychee and with some rose. Gorgeous scent. I love Delina. Now, let's talk about Delina Exclusive. Like I said, I just have a sample. So we still have lychee and rose, but what's different here is that there is also pear added in. There is oud, there is incense. Now, this scent to me is significantly different. You definitely don't get the sourness and tartness of rhubarb. That's gone. This scent is much deeper to me. It is slightly denser. It is slightly thicker. There is a little bit of oud that gives it depth, and even a touch of sort of smokiness and even more depth from incense. This is gorgeous as well. Now, the last release from Delina line is Delina La Rose. Like I said, again, I have a sample. So this one, again, still has lychee and rose, but what's added here is, well, there's pear as well, just like in Exclusive. There's watery notes and musk. I think musk is present in all of them. And I think it's the watery notes that make the most difference here, because this is definitely on a lighter side, more watery side. So it's a slightly watered down rose, and again it is missing a little bit that element of tartness from rhubarb, and it is also missing the depth of oud and incense from Delina Exclusive. I think all three are beautiful, and it depends on your taste which one is the best for you. But for me, which one is the best and which one would I choose? I am sticking with the one that I have a full bottle of. For me personally, the original Delina is the best, and that's the one that I would go with. In fact, I find the original and La Rose very, very similar, too similar to have both. Now, Delina Exclusive to me is significantly different, so there is a possibility I might get Exclusive in the future as well. Let's talk about Valentino Donna line, and this is where I'm going to introduce a slight twist, because I don't actually have the original Valentino Donna, but I do have two flankers of that fragrance, and that's what I'm going to compare here. I have Valentino Donna Aqua, and I have Valentino Donna Rosa Verde. Now, let's talk about Donna Aqua. So the main notes in here are almond, pear, frangipani, jasmine, sandalwood. This is a gorgeous almond scent. The almond here is so light, so fluffy. It mixes beautifully with pear, which adds this fruity touch to almond. And then you have frangipani mixing in, giving it this summery, beachy, tropical kind of vibe. And then sandalwood makes everything really, really creamy. This is a beautiful almond scent for the warm weather in my mind. Now, the second one, which comes in the green bottle, I obviously just have the travel spray. This is Valentino Donna Rosa Verde. This one is quite different. The main notes in here are bergamot, petitgrain, ginger, rose, magnolia, and woody notes. And like I said, this one is very, very different. This one is very fresh and green. Even to me, this is more green than fresh. Petitgrain is very strong in here. Woody notes are strong in here as well. I don't really get rose, perhaps a little bit of magnolia. So it is green and maybe even slightly watery. For some reason, magnolia typically gives me these watery vibes. It is very, very light, this scent, very inoffensive, very easygoing. Now, which one do I think is better? Well, I think, again, it's pretty easy to guess judging by the size of each one that I have. Hands down, and this is a hands down winner for me, I think Donna Aqua is better by a mile. There is no comparison between the two. This one is a winner, a very, very clear winner. Next on my list is Angel Muse. So we have the original Angel Muse, which is the EDP, and the flanker, which is the EDT. So you can see the difference is just in a juice color. This is kind of peachy orange. This is pink. Now, the differences in the notes are very minute. Basically, the original Angel Muse is, you know, your kind of typical angel DNA. You have, of course, the patchouli, and there's also chocolate hazelnut spread, Nutella spread if you want. So this is very chocolatey, very sweet, mixed with patchouli, but a lot more wearable in my mind than the actual angel. Now, this one, the EDT, still has all the same notes pretty much, but there's also a very strong note of passion fruit. So you have that hazelnut spread mixed together with passion fruit, which I think a little bit tones down the sweetness and adds a really nice element of fruitiness, making it perhaps more versatile than the original. Because original to me is only cold weather type of fragrance, whereas this one I think can be worn any time of the year because of the addition of passion fruit. So if I had to choose one, which one would I go with? Well, these ones are very, very close in my mind. They're both beautiful and I could easily choose one or the other, but I am going to make a choice here and I'm going to go with the EDT for the reasons that I already stated, because this is more versatile and this can be worn any time of the year, I think. So that's why I'm going with this one, but this was a very, very close race. Next, I have a pair where, again, I don't have the original. I have two flankers. This is from Chanel Chance line. I have Chanel Chance Au Tendre and Chanel Chance Au Fresh. You can see how much is used up. I used to love both of these fragrances. These were my signature scents for the longest time. I used them pretty much on a daily basis, interchangeably, these two. So what is the difference between the two? Because there is a difference. Now, let's talk about the Pink Juice Au Tendre. Now, this one has quince, grapefruit, florals, musk, cedar, and amber. And this is definitely citrusy. Grapefruit is very prominent. Quince is also here. I can see that. And musk is here as well. So it's kind of a musky, fruity scent with a sweet touch. Very inoffensive, very beautiful, very easygoing. Now, the second one, Chanel Chance Au Fresh. So this one has citruses, pink pepper, jasmine, patchouli, musk, vetiver, amber. And this one is very citrusy. This is citruses, juicy, zesty, bright citruses with some musk, with some amber, patchouli. All of those base notes are kind of mixed together. Maybe a little bit of jasmine, but very much in the background. This is more about citruses. And like I said, I've used both of these for a long time, and I've kind of, through the years, I've always at some point preferred one over the other, and it kept changing. So although I think both of these are beautiful, I'm going to tell you which one is my favorite at the moment. And so if I had to make the choice right now, I would go with Au Fresh. I just enjoy this one a little bit more right now. I'm really into bright, fresh, citrusy scents, and this is exactly what it is. Bright, fresh, citrusy scent. This one, for some reason, the sweetness in this one, I just find a little bit annoying at the moment. I have no idea why, but like I said, I've changed my mind about these two many, many times throughout the years. So at the moment, my choice is Chanel Au Fresh. Next on my list is Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford. So this is the original. I have a travel spray, and then we have the flanker Eau de Soleil Blanc. So this one is the EDP, this one is the EDT. Now, when I looked at the notes, it was really difficult to find really significant differences in the notes. Most of them are the same. Like there is tonka, there is benzoin, there is coconut, there are floral notes, there's cardamom. That's in both. The main difference I saw was that the original one had bergamot, whereas the flanker had a few additional citruses mixed together. And I have to say that I agree with the notes. The notes make sense to me because when I smell these two, they really smell the same to me. I know I've heard from some people that they're different. To my nose, they're basically the same. They smell the same. They perform the same. You know, this is your typical coconut, suntan lotion, beachy type of scent. It's a really pleasant scent, but I really cannot pick up any noticeable differences between the two. So how do I make a choice? Which one of these two will I choose? Well, let me be a bit of a rebel here and say that I choose neither one. Because even though the scent is very pleasant, I enjoy this type of scent, both of these perform terribly. The lasting power is absolutely terrible. And when I purchased these were kind of like, this scent profile was new to me. I've never tried this type of beachy suntan lotion type of scent, and I really, really enjoyed it. And that's why I purchased them. I wanted to have this type of scent. But since then, I've discovered quite a few other fragrances with a similar scent profile that perform much better than these two. And so for that reason, I don't choose either one. I would prefer to choose those other fragrances that I found, like Holidays from Mancera, or Ylang in Gold from Mugle, or even a few others that I have smelled that I can't remember now. But there are quite a few scents with a similar scent profile these days, so I'm saying no to both of these. And that brings me to my last pair, and this is where I'm gonna cheat again just a little bit. I do not have the original. I have two flankers, which I'm going to compare for you. This is from the Poison line from Dior, and I have Hypnotic Poison and I have Poison Girl. So let's talk about Hypnotic Poison. Now, the main notes in here are coconut, apricot, florals, vanilla, almond, sandalwood, and musk. And this is definitely a vanilla scent with a strong almond touch. It has sandalwood, so it is a little bit creamy. Overall, it does have a slight Play-Doh touch. I can't get over that. It's not overly strong to my nose, but it is present. Now, the flanker, Poison Girl, and I have the EDT version, I believe. So here we have orange, orange blossom, rose, vanilla, caramel, tonka, heliotrope. Now, this one smells very, very different. Orange is very present here. Tonka is very present here. So it has that nutty element mixed with orange. There's definitely sweetness from caramel and vanilla. And there are some floral nuances in here as well. This is a beautiful scent. I haven't reached for it in a while, I will be honest with you, but I still think it's a really nice scent. So which one of these two I will choose? This choice is extremely easy for me, extremely easy. I definitely choose the Poison Girl. I am not a huge fan of Hypnotic Poison, to be honest. And I have a vintage bottle of this fragrance, and that's really honestly the only reason I'm hanging on to it. If it was a regular bottle, I think I would have decluttered it a long time ago. The only reason I'm hanging on to it is because it's a vintage bottle. So I kind of want to have it, but not really a fragrance that I have used in quite some time. So again, this is really easy choice. Poison Girl is the winner for me. And like I said, this was my last pair. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you, Salem Cleo, for creating this tag. I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.